Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Rams' 46-yard line.
Now it's Fields. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A 7-yard pickup.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And right side, they're going to go option here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now Montgomery.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This one caught by Isabella. And he's brought down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Fields. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Azeez Ojulari. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that, but they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game, and you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, this ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So that one will be accepted. On first down, it's Fields. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fields throw here taken in by Isabella. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call line that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Aaron Donald, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Maurice Hurst has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford, down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
Just keep going. It's all right.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Come on now, let's go.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
first down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give. This is Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Montgomery, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the third team now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw is Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Fields. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got done.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This a 33-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Jackson now to return.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
The Rams on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 79 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Fighting to stay upright. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
Stafford. incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Bears take over.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Fields now to throw.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll take this one up close to 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 yards.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have the Bears first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
2nd down at 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a run with Montgomery. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They run. Montgomery. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Bears first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Rams' 37-yard line.
Here's Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Montgomery. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Now it's Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A 55-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops. Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much. Not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there. Whoa!
It still won't go down. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And this is why more and more teams are getting their wide receivers involved in the running game. When you've got playmakers on the perimeter, you've got to get creative and find ways to get the ball in their hands. And here, this is a great job to get out of that initial contact and turn it into a big play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he felt like he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. The quarterback set up a tent, could have roasted some marshmallows back there. He had all time to throw. Great job protecting it.
Can you have s'mores too?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how much time he had. Pick your menu. But the beauty of that play was the sense you got watching the offensive line. They could have rushed 4, 5, 6, 7, and it felt like he would have been protected.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. That time a 6-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. LA readies for its next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. .36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Fields throw here pulled in by Hilton.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second down, it's Montgomery, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
144 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
Back to throw. Fields.
That's caught by Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They snap it to Fields.
Able to find Isabella. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Fields. And this is incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him the first down. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Montgomery. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Once more, Montgomery. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Back to throw. Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 2nd down and 8. They'll go again here with Akers. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And fights through one man. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
It's a big guy to 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 22.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Pushing through the contact. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
From the 36, Stafford. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Montgomery stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit out and running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 2nd down, Montgomery. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. From the gun on third down, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Chicago, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for L.A., it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.